What's going on, dudes and lady dudes? I am YouTube celebrity and snappy dresser Adrian Jensen. Today I'm going to show you how to do the Sin City look done right. Why do I feel like I have to specify that we're going to do it right? It's because if you go on YouTube and you type in Sin City look after effects tutorial, you're going to find a ton of stuff, but the problem is it's all going to look like this.
What up, yo? This your boy T-Steak. I mean T-Bone, aka D-Money, aka T-Money, aka Cheesesteak, aka Lil Wayne 420 Blaze It. Oh yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, today I'm gonna show you how to do the Sin City effect. All you gotta do is, you go up here to the whatchamacallit, and you gotta select the, oh shoot. What was it called? What? No, Mom, I can't right now, I'm recording! Oh yeah, I remember, it's called Leave Color. And that's all you gotta do. Now you can see it looks exactly just like the movie. So, make sure you guys don't forget to follow me on Zynga and Google Plus, and subscribe. I also make Call of Duty videos and YouTube poops.
Now what was wrong with that exactly? First, there was barely any nudity at all. Second, that wasn't even a tutorial to me. That was one effect. There's one filter. It's dumb. Now, I'm not saying this is the end-all, be-all of Sin City look tutorials. I didn't work on the movie. I don't know everything that they did to make it look how they did. But if you are interested in seeing how I pulled off this exact look, I'll show you right now.
To start with, I have this footage all keyed and ready to go. Obviously, we need to add a tint effect to it, but we should also add a levels effect and play with that to make it all cool and contrasty looking. I want to put some red stripes on my shirt. As you can see, the shirt I'm wearing already does have some red stripes on it, and we could use those, but the problem is that your skin tone also has red in it, so we're going to have some trouble keying out these stripes. So instead, I'm going to be smart and use the blue ones. If you change your clip black value to a higher number than your clip white value, then you're going to end up extracting the stripes instead of removing them. Now we can just add a fill effect to color them red and change the transfer mode to color. Ba-dum boom, Sin City. For the white bandages on the face, what I wanted to do is key them out, but this tape that I used is too shiny and it's a nightmare for keying, so we're going to track it in Mocha instead. Whenever I track something in Mocha, I like to use this plugin called Mocha Import Plus. Just hit track in Mocha. All we have to do is create an X spline around the tape and hit track forwards to let it go. When that's done, hit export tracking data, select After Effects corner pin, give it a name, and save it. Back in After Effects, hit load and select that file we just made. Tell Mocha Import you want to make a stabilized pre-comp and hit apply. Now if you'll open up that stabilized pre-comp, you'll see that it's centered around our blue X. So all we have to do is add a white solid and draw a mask around the X, which we may need to keyframe a little bit. But now if you turn that layer back on and turn the other layers in this comp off and go back to your main comp, you'll have a big white X just stuck to your face. We can lower the opacity of it a little bit and add a fast blur to soften it up. Alright, we're done with this guy, let's recompose him. So to start us off, for the background, we'll add a white solid and add CC Spotlight to it. Change the intensity to 100 and then play around with the other settings until you get it the way you want it. We can duplicate our guy layer and call the new one Shadow. Add a fill to make it black, and maybe add a radial blur as well. Now we can pre-compose those bottom two layers and call it background matte. What I've got here are these two brick textures I made in Photoshop. One of them is dark black with white grout, and the other one is basically the inverse. Let's scale those to size. We can set it to use the background matte as a Luma matte, and to get rid of this gray fringing that you see, we just have to move one of them down and over a little bit. And I'm just going to darken the black one a little bit. And there we go, the background's done. Now it's time to make it rain. So I decided to make the rain using particular. So we're going to use a box emitter and we're going to make it really wide on the x-axis and we're going to move it up out of frame. In the physics tab, you're going to want to turn the gravity way up, and in the rendering tab, you're going to want to turn the motion blur on. Turn up the opacity boost, and you can also turn up the shutter angle if you want your raindrops to be longer. Back in physics, you can also introduce some wind if you wish. Now to colorize the rain, I want the rain to be either black or white depending on what's below it. So if it's above a dark part of the image, it'll be white, and if it's above a bright part of the image, it'll be black. So the way we can do this is add an adjustment layer, and to that we add a tint and a fast blur, and then add a levels to crush it. But the colors are the wrong way around, so we've got to invert it. And then all we have to do is use the particular layer as a matte, and there you go. And now we just need to add a quick color grade. I'll add a glow and use the curves effect to introduce some color, so it's not just straight black and white. This will make it more visually appealing and make the red colors sit in the composite a little better. And then we'll add a tint to tone it down a little, and we're done. And that is it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. If you want me to keep dropping mad knowledge in your earballs and your eye holes, make sure to subscribe. Also, feel free to leave suggestions about what you'd like to learn about in the future in the comments below. If you buy into that whole social media conspiracy, you can follow me on the Facey Space and the Twitster. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.
Welcome to the Wild Wild West. Pickle slugs won't hesitate to put a slug in your chest. Hard rhymer 49er got my Remington cocked. I shot a man in Reno just to hear his heart stop. Stop! Manifest destiny was a slogan in the 1800s when the ace was all broken. People saw their riches in a vicious move west. In the competition, kept them on their toes with no